Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. My name is FPL Meerkat and today I've got my Game Week 30 review and my Game Week 31 team selection for you guys. Sorry this video is out a bit late. I've just got back from Hong Kong. I got back yesterday, incredibly jet lagged yesterday, so I did absolutely nothing. But I'm now fully refreshed and ready to go over the what Game Week 30 had in store for me and what my team looks like for the Game Week 31 for the final run-in for the season. So let's get straight into things. I got 67 points with the Game Week 30 team. It was a relatively good score, -8 hit as well taken, give me 59 points overall, and a very slim green arrow there of about 12,000 places, that is. So yeah, very slim green arrow. Considering I took a -8, I'm very happy with that. I took the -8 to set up my team for future weeks. Those moves were Trent to Trippier. That was more of a move for making funds up to make the other moves. There was a -3 on that move, but -3 points difference on that move. But yeah, I then did... I'm trying to remember what I did now. God, it was a while ago, wasn't it? McAllister to Grealish, which really worked out absolute wonders. I really wanted to get Grealish in. I saw that Southampton had a very large weak spot on their left-hand side, and I knew that Grealish would exploit that, and he really did with a huge haul. I know a lot of people are now planning on getting Grealish in. And then my other move was to... trying to remember... Goodness me, what was my other transfer that I made? Was it... I already had Haaland. It was Watkins. Watkins I got in for Danny Ings. Watkins managed to return in the final minute of his game. So yeah, that was an incredibly lucky return there. He managed to score in the last minute, really making the hits pay off there. Danny Ings just isn't getting the game time and just doesn't have the goal threat. It was a poor decision to get him in on my behalf. I should have got him in for the double. Raya obviously being a big disappointment there, getting 0 points, an own goal, very unlucky own goal conceded there. Could have had a few more points, but yeah, very unlucky for me there, getting 0. Zuma getting another clean sheet, really ticking along, a great asset there. Of course, Haaland being fit to play and doing what Haaland does. There is no point going against Haaland when he is fit. He is just an absolute go-to. An absolute monster. Saka I was very disappointed about getting benched. I didn't actually receive the news of Saka being benched because I was away. No, hang on. Sorry, that was for Game Week 29. My bad. No, Saka got... he played against Liverpool. An absolutely cracking game against Liverpool. Yeah, what a mental game that was. Salah obviously missing a penalty in that game. Could have been on for another haul. Will he still be on penalties? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, very unlucky that Salah has missed 2 penalties in recent weeks. But yeah, of course, Saka, he did play that game. I think he got yellow carded, didn't he? And blanked. It was Martinelli who was really getting in the points that week. Yeah, he's certainly the one who's getting the points recently. Martinelli and Saka seem to really alternate their hauls, don't they? When Saka hauls, Martinelli normally blanks, and then vice versa. Yeah, it's a little annoying trying to predict which one's going to return. And then yeah, blanks for the rest of the team. Darwin as well, not even starting his game. So yeah, I was glad I benched him over Matoma, who got 2 points anyway, so maybe it wasn't that much of a return. But yeah, moving on to Game Week 31, my team. I'm liking the look of the team. Obviously, we've received news about Rashford being injured. It's really up in the air how long he's going to be out for. It keeps changing. Some people think he's going to miss double Game Week 34, that he's going to be back for Game Week 35. Some people think that because it's a groin injury. Some people think that he's going to miss this weekend, but he could be back for Game Week 33 and then he'll play the double. It's really all over the shop. I'm probably going to sell Rashford purely because I don't have a free hit in 32. And as it stands, I've got 8 players playing in Game Week 32. So I think I might as well just transfer him to go to someone different. And if he's back anyway, I can get him in. So yeah, I think I will be selling Rashford. The issue I have is that I'm currently playing Matoma. over Rashford. I could not make a transfer and just play Matoma. That away fixture against Chelsea on paper doesn't really feel that good, but Chelsea have been very poor as of recent, and obviously we've seen Brighton's attack has been immense. So I'm actually quite happy playing Matoma in that game. If I transfer out Rashford, it would mean benching Matoma. The only reason why I'm really looking at it is that I think the upside of the player that I bring in over Rashford could do better than Matoma. And I've got the likes of Darwin and Grealish in the team who are rotation risks and could miss out entirely. And I would like to even have a good bench option in case that happens. So the two transfers that I'm potentially looking at is doing, firstly, the sensible one, just going Rashford to Martinelli. Martinelli is an absolute firing form. I've only got 0.3 million in the bank, so I wouldn't have to, I would have the money to do that move. Martinelli is cheaper than Rashford, and just leave it at that. And then I can do two transfers next week, get out a full 11 for the blank week, and yeah, rake in the returns from Martinelli for the game against West Ham, and of course the home fixture against Southampton, which is mainly why I want him. And then I don't have to take a hit this week. The other option is transferring out Rashford for Andreas Pereira, and then transferring out Estupiñán, who's also got the fixture against Chelsea, to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, of course, I just sold Trent, but plans have changed quite a bit since I made those hits. Obviously, Rashford being out throws a huge spanner in the works. I'm working towards bench boost in 34, and Rashford being out really puts a spanner in plans because I need to know if he's going to be available for that. I obviously want him on the bench boost if he is fit, but if he's not, then who else am I going to go for? I'm definitely considering moving to a triple up on the Brighton midfielders to basically replace that Rashford spot with one of the other Brighton midfielders, the one that I wouldn't have. I would be looking at doing two Brighton midfielders and just going to all three, and then not having the likes of a Estupiñán or Raya, and then having a Man United defender. The only issue with that now is that Martinez, who I was looking at bringing in, has been injured in the Europa League and could face a season-ending injury. So I'm not even too sure how I'd get in from the Man United defence. De Gea would definitely be one in goal on the bench boost, but I'm not too sure who the other defender would be. So the options are fairly limited at the moment in terms of who I would be able to get for the bench boost. The other defenders in the team I'm happy with. Zuma's got the double, Ake will have a double, and I think his spot is getting pretty much nailed now. Trippier has a home fixture against Southampton, so I'm very happy to keep him. And Bueno will obviously be moved on. But Estupiñán, I was thinking about transferring out anyway because I would like to get in a Liverpool defender. And I think that Trent is looking exceptionally good in these recent games in terms of his attacking output, which just puts him a level above any of the other Liverpool assets. I could also go to the likes of a Konate. I could just do a swap Estupiñán to Konate just to cover to the Liverpool defence. I think Konate will start all of these games for the rest of the season. He has been our best defender. I know that Van Dijk is pretty much fixed, nailed as well, but yeah, Konate seems to be levels above Matip this season, so I definitely think he will play. But yeah, I could do quite a few different things here. I'm probably going to do one of those two transfers I mentioned with Rashford going out. The good thing about going Andreas and Trent is that I don't have to play Andreas. He's away to Everton. I think Everton could definitely keep a clean sheet there. The issue is that Fulham are very much on the beach at the moment. They've not got a lot to play for. They probably won't get European football. They won't get relegated. So they're kind of just sat in the midriff, which not many teams are at the moment. Everyone else is either battling out for European football or potentially relegation. So just to not get relegated, obviously. So yeah, I'm a bit in two minds about that, whether I go for Trent. I will take a -4 either this week or next week, by the way, to get a full 11 with the Rashford injury. If we get any kind of inkling that Rashford will be back for game week 33, I will probably just hold Rashford and play Matoma. Or maybe if 34 as well, I could just bench Rashford for 33 as well. But as it stands, I'm definitely thinking about selling Rashford and then just having some money in the bank to move my way back to Rashford in case he is fit. I'll have the triple Brighton midfielders, and then if Rashford is pronounced fit for game week 33, I will just swap one of the Brighton midfielders for Rashford and then get one of the Brighton defenders is my plan. So yeah, I will post my final team on my Twitter page just before the deadline. But yeah, I'm in two minds about which one I'm going to do there. So let me know what you guys think about those moves and who you're planning on getting in this week. I know a lot of you who don't own Grealish at the moment are just going to do Rashford to Grealish, especially if you've got a free hit in 32, which I'd absolutely be for. I think Grealish is an absolutely not essential, but a great asset to own at the moment. I've seen a lot of people go for Mahrez as well. Mahrez is certainly good for this game week, but Mahrez, you're just going to have this prolonged fear of, is he going to play games? And I just don't like having too many players that do that. I know Darwin's a bit of rotation risk at the moment, but Darwin is such an explosive player. I wouldn't want to have Darwin and Mahrez in my team. But yeah, liking how the team looks at the moment. And moving on to how the highest score in the mini league for game week 30, a score of 72 here from Dusko Angelic. A great score of 32. Going through player by player, Martinelli obviously getting a haul there. Captain Kane with the 18 points. Didn't score as high as Haaland, but still got a very, very handsome return there. And of course, Nick Pope in goal, saving a penalty, getting 11 points. Absolutely amazing there. Even Iverson getting 4 was quite impressive. But yeah, obviously Chilwell with the blank there, not great, but certainly a fantastic score for you there, Dusko. And that is going to bring me to the end of this video. I'm going to try and get a sort of a rest of the season review video out just before the game week deadline on Saturday. Out for you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying the run-in for the rest of the season, and I'll see you in the next FPL video.